What's going on, y'all? This is Mo from the ATW Podcast, and welcome to my 30 and 30 NBA preview. At number 28, we have the Dallas Mavericks. With this team, I think there's a lot of things to pretty much be excited about, and really none of them have to do with winning. Because let's be serious, if this team were in the East, I might give them a chance to make the playoffs as an 8 seed, just based off the players they're putting out on paper. But of course, they're cursed to be in the West, so their chances are pretty much slim to none. But if I'm going to tell you something for sure, is that they definitely will be better than last year. Once again, head coach Rick Carlisle is back at the helm, and it'll be hard to say that they won't be in a lot of close games. And that's pretty much due to the pieces that they picked up during the offseason. During the offseason, their key acquisitions included guys like Luka Doncic, who they drafted, or who they traded for in the draft. He was drafted with the third pick out of Real Madrid. And they also acquired DeAndre Jordan in free agency. Now, these two will be guys that will most likely have the most significant impact on the team's ability to play on the court. But I'm really excited to see what Luka has in store for this league. I haven't seen much but highlights of him over at Madrid, but it's going to be interesting to see how his game translates over from the EuroLeague over to the NBA. This man didn't play in Summer League, so there's a lot of mystery behind his game. But let me just give you guys a background on him for those of you that don't know. So he's a 6'6" point guard with an elite passing and playmaking ability. He can hit the jumper from basically anywhere on the floor, and he's only 19 years old. Doncic was also named the MVP of the EuroLeague, which is pretty much the second best league in the world as it relates to basketball. And it made him the youngest to ever win that award. If I had to nitpick, I'd probably say his one weakness from what I've seen so far, he's not the most athletic player, and I haven't really seen much of him on the defensive end. So it's just going to take time to see what he can do on that side of the court. Even though they play the same position, because of Luka's size and abilities on the offensive end, I think him and Dennis will be able to mesh well and be pretty much complements to each other's games. Adding DeAndre to that dynamic gives them both a very large and easy target to pass to. Plus, they have plenty of shooters on the roster. Guys like Wes Matthews, Harrison Barnes, and especially Dirk should be able to feed greatly off the passes they're going to get from both Dennis Smith and Luka Doncic. Now, real quick, since I'm on the subject, I really wanted to touch on Dirk because this will probably be his last season after he signed a 1-year, $5 million contract to remain and finish off his 20th year in the NBA. And I know that I said Dirk will probably love to feed off Dennis and Luka this season, but that's if he honestly plays and gets on the court. Because if you've seen any video of him lately, the man can barely move. I do expect him to play a little, but I also see him playing more of a mentorship role for these young guys coming off, especially Luka, since this is going to be Luka's first time hooping in the States. Overall, Dallas has the potential to surprise a lot of people this season, but because they're still very young, it's going to take a lot of growth for them to win many games at all. That is why I have them at number 28, the Dallas Mavericks. If you have not checked out my last preview on the Memphis Grizzlies, go ahead and check that out now. And also check out my number 30 preview on the Phoenix Suns. And also keep an eye out as I will be releasing previews just like this for each team leading up to the season. So follow me on Twitter at MVO_32, on IG at IAM_Mo3, and on SoundCloud at After the Whistle, where you can find all these podcasts and more. Thank you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.